Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, hope you guys are doing well. In this video, I want to look at some of the bank stocks because it looks like the banking sector is really looking a bit top heavy right now. And if we start to roll over here, we could start to see a nice move back down, probably back down towards the October or the November, December lows that happened late last year. So that's what we're going to be looking at right now. Before I start, guys, make sure you head on down to johnsfreetraining.com. I've got 100% free training. I'm going to walk you through the #1 trading system for the average person to crush the market. You're going to absolutely love this. It's a full 60-minute training. You're going to absolutely love this. I'll walk you through step by step by step. So go to johnsfreetraining.com right now. So let's have a look at here. So firstly, I want to share with you XLF. And the reason why I want to share this, obviously, because there is something really interesting happening right now with the with the markets here, with the banking sector. Really, really interesting. Something that it's looking very top heavy. Okay, very top heavy right now. And let me just share this with you here, right? So we had this nice move up. Look what's happening right here, okay? So we had this support here. This is the XLF, the financial sector. And you can see we had a support here. The market ran down and came back up here right now. The market this is looking really, really, as I said before, right, really top heavy where we're getting, right, let me draw this from here to here, right? We're definitely getting a lot of sort of, it's sort of a rounding movement here, right? So if we continue down from here and we start to break below 26, then I actually see the financial sector getting back down towards this 22 level because that's going to round the top. And this is sort of like a leaning head and shoulder formation, as you can see, right? Look at this here. So we have the shoulder, head, and also could be another shoulder. And if we break down, breaking below the low, that's going to be a lower high, breaking below the previous low. That's a seller's in control. And then I would say this market is likely to then run back down to 22. If I look at JP Morgan, that's doing the exact same thing. Like that's very similar to the XLF. And you can see here, right, bit of a, it's not really a head shoulder, is it? Nah. But what do we see here? We definitely see what? We definitely see this sort of action happening through here, don't we? Like that through there. And I'd have to pick up all that through there. So as you can see, right, high, and the market's running up through here. We came down, made a low, sort of rolling over. So if we continue to roll over here and go back down, then I see JP Morgan all the way back down here, maybe even get down towards that 90 level. There's a bit of a support down there, but I definitely do see if this thing rolls over and starts to break this line here, this momentum support line, you can see how it's been keeping up, then I see this thing breaking down. So that's that one there. Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs has already been very weak, and as you can see, Goldman Sachs has, if I go to my weekly chart on Goldman Sachs has already been in a big downward momentum. So looking at Goldman Sachs, as we can see here, right, we've had this low through here. So Goldman Sachs is already very weak. We've already got this low. We've had this lower low and a bit of a pullback. If we get a breakdown, then I see this thing running back down towards these lows here. Goldman Sachs is very weak already. It's already big downward movement. Bank of America is another one as well too. Bank of America, again, the same thing, right? Look at this support level through here, all this support level. So if we hold here and we break down and we break below this support level, then Bank of America is on its way down to $23 there. So, and what else am I thinking here? I think I've missed some bank, haven't I? Morgan Stanley, that's it, Morgan Stanley. Let's have a look at Morgan Stanley. Same thing for Morgan Stanley, right? Well, look at this here. We're getting, let's go to say a 1 year worth of chart. There we go. So we're getting this sort of action happening now. This sort of low through here. We did have, as you can see, right, we did have sort of that sort of through there, didn't we? And the market had a support there, broke support, hit resistance, and now we're rolling over because look at this here. The market is always giving us some sort of clue. So if we look at this here right now, we had what? We had this sort of low point through here. Low, it actually made a lower low, now could be making a lower high. We break below the lows, and Morgan Stanley could be on its way down. Where's that weekly chart? Oh wow, weekly chart's already on a downward movement, so we could be down here, and once we break those lows through there, we could be getting ready for a downward movement through there. So everything's looking very, very, very weak here, guys. If I go to JP Morgan here on that weekly chart, what was that? JP Morgan on that weekly chart. Once again, you can see what's happening through here. We do have a little bit of short-term resistance and support all the way through there. So that's where it is. That's where that level is through there on that weekly chart. As you can see, it's been bouncing between that level. So if we go to the daily chart here, as you can see, right, if we actually make a new low, if we break below, especially on JP Morgan, right, if we hold here and we continue down and break below 105, that's going to break below this support, break below that support, create a lower high, lower low. Sellers are definitely in control. And then this has a very good chance of getting back down towards these lows through there. So everything is looking very, very weak here. The banking sector looks like we're about to see a nice move down. Or if this happens, banking sector is about to get crushed for a short term anyway.